This is King's Club Baccarat, where we work on professional play of Baccarat as a full-time profession or as a side hustle, but we work on no entertainment. We're finding ways that you can make a living at this game if that's what you choose to do, or you can make certainly a fun hobby of it as you win, because winning is what we do, and we don't stop putting in the work. We put in all the work that's necessary. We know what we're up against in a casino. We know what we're up against with any game. So we're going to show you some things tonight that add on to the things we've done in the past. But this is for professional play, and we're very, very hopeful to continue refining our game to where we can. 12 was in the house. And now Joseph Gorecki. Hey, how you doing? And my friend Ritter, good evening, Waping. Nice weather in Vegas. It always is. It's Groundhog Day. It's 108 in a blue sky. Hey, Glenn, Gary, Trish Graves, welcome. Okay, so we have a baseball bet coming up for Friday night for anybody who's interested. The King is going to be advising on another Braves game, but this one the Braves are on the road. So it just happened this way. This was the game I picked because I think it's going to be closer on the odds. But the Atlanta Braves are going to be in Arlington, Texas on Friday night to play. And I am advising our bet to be on the Rangers, beginning with the Friday night game. And if you win it, that's the end of it. But you've got to be betting that you win one of the three. 94% chance that the Rangers will win one of the three games. So that would be the bet. Whatever you want to choose, or don't bet it at all. Just watch it for fun. So Scott Price, how you doing? Good to have you back, man. I've been here. I didn't go anywhere. Hey, Booyah. Bill Latta. And thank you, Bill, for your kind words and advisements on what I'm facing here in a few days. But we're going to see how that goes. It's one of these unavoidable things that just have to be taken care of in life. Hey, Don Montgomery. So just so you guys will know from tonight that the King likes to have a little bit of fun sometimes too. And I will give you the advisement on this. There is a in Baccarat. You guys know there's many side bets in Baccarat, but there is, hey, Green Shark, there is a side bet in Baccarat called the Dragon. The Dragon is a bet that there will be a 7 that will be a winning hand by the banker that comprises the number 7 on 3 cards. Now, this is also the reason I'm talking about this is if you're playing a table of $10, $25, those tables are no commission tables, but what they do is any banker win on a 3-card 7 is a push if you bet the banker. If you bet the player, well, you lose. But if you bet the banker and the banker gets a 3-card 7, it's a push. You don't collect any money. That's the commission to be played. It just coincides that that 7 is also a Dragon 7. It is a 3-card 7. Actuarially, you actually can come up with a forecast for when one of these may happen. And I say may, but it's because the 7 that the banker could get is optimally possible the less 8s, 9s, and 10 count cards that are in the shoe. As the 8, 9s, and 10 cards are eliminated, the 7 becomes more possible. It's not to say it's not possible in the very first hand. It is possible in the very first hand, but I'm saying it's more likely if you have 8s, 9s, and the face cards removed from the deck. So how would you begin to predict that? Well, let's take, for instance, let's say you were playing the $10 table at South Point in Henderson, Nevada, because this would really be the only time you would play this kind of thing if you're a professional player. You'd play it if you were playing $10, flat $10, and playing flat $10 on the banker. And you might play it until you hit a 40-1 3-card 7. So if you were counting cards, so to speak, and you could keep the notes on your own scorecard, there are 32 8s and there are 32 9s in the deck. There are 168 face cards in the deck. As these are depleted, the chances rise for a 3-card 7. So if you were counting them down and you, for instance, early in the shoe, let's say it was a heavy distribution of the 8s, 9s, and the face cards, and say half of them came out. Say there were 16 eights left, 16 nines left. Say there were 60 10 count cards left, and the shoe is only a couple of decks in because it's an 8 deck shoe. Then you might begin playing this 40 to 1 bet, but you wouldn't simply play it. You'll also have to be continuing to bet the banker because we're going to play the banker all the way through. But let's say you flat bet the banker from there, and let's say you bet $5 on the 7. Now it's going to pay 40 to 1. So if you bet $5 and lose, then you could just bet 5 again. And if you lose, you could bet 5 again. And you could go up to 10 $5 bets so that you got $50 exposed, because when you win, you're going to get 200. But here's where it could get interesting. Let's say your second bet, you go for 10 different bets at $10. And then after the 10th bet, you go to $15. Do you follow where I'm going with this? You're Fibonacciing the 7. And with a 40 to 1 odds, the Fibonacci is a great bet. Fibonacci is a good bet if you got a 2 to 1 odds. The reason you can't play Fibonacci at baccarat is because it's even money. You can't play Fibonacci on red and black or even money bets on the roulette, and you can't play it on even money bets at baccarat. Now, I'm telling you, you actually can play it, but it's not as effective. Of course, you can play Fibonacci anytime you want, but it's not as effective as it is when you have odds. And so if you were to fool around one day with a simulation and you were counting cards, then you could begin to play the 7 and see. The simulations here don't give you that offering, but you can do it for yourself because it's going to pay 40 to 1 when it comes up. But for tonight, I'm just giving you that as an introduction, showing you the king likes to have a little fun every now and then too. But wouldn't it be a whole lot of fun? I'd feel like a nail salon girl if I were to hit a 40 to 1 bet with $25 or $30 out there, Fibonacci'd up. That would be a kick. Tonight, we haven't done this at all, I don't believe, on one of our shows, but we play the King's Banker. We play the King's Banker with a trigger of 1 player win followed by 1 banker win to bet that the banker will repeat during the next 2 bets. We also play King's Banker 2+2, meaning we wait for 2 player wins, and then we begin after 1 banker win. We bet that the banker will repeat in the next 2. That's after 2 player wins and 1 banker win. Tonight we're going to do what we call King's Banker 3+2. We're going to begin after 3 player wins, and we're going to make 2 bets. This is going to be our standard Delaware betting that we would bet. So after we have 2 player bets, now we're going to go for a $200 session win, which means $200 will be the very first bet, because we like to win 1 bet and leave. We don't like to have more exposure. We like to get our money and go. And sometimes we do, and sometimes we have to fight it out. But what we're doing, generally speaking, still fares very well when we're fighting it out. So I have already teed this up. So we have 3 players right there, right out of the first shoe. Here are the 3 player bets. So we would begin. Now we're going to play $50 units, up 4, down 3. The first bet is $200. It's on the. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't make the bet yet. we don't make the bet yet. So let me take that off of there. We have to get a player. We have to get a banker win first. At least 3 players in a row, followed by a banker win. And there we have it. We teed it up right, and so now we have. Our trigger is at least 3 players followed by 1 banker. And now we would bet the banker win. Our first bet is a $200 bet. And there it is, properly teed up, 3+2. And now we would go up 4 units to try this one more time. A 9-9 push. Wow, that player's hot here. Okay, so we have lost 2 bets. The next bet is going to be $600, but we have got to get 3 player bets to hit the trigger again. So let's see, can we get it here? And otherwise, be patient with me. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, I hear you, Green Shark. You stay away from it. That's right. I would advise that too. So now if we get a banker win, we're going to tee it up again. Let's see, can we battle this out? We have a banker win. This is a $600 bet. Okay, so now we pretty much got our money back, but we're going to have to get ourselves back into a position again with three. Oops, I didn't mean to rebet that. Doggone it. Sorry about that, folks. All right, disregard that. So we got to get three players in a row again. We lost the first bet, the second bet, and then we won the third bet. Disregard the amount that I bet there because it doesn't matter. Okay, we got two players again. We're going to have to get a third player here to tee this up. But we're showing for demonstration purposes tonight the 3-2 King's Banker. And sometimes it might take a while to get that third player, but we were going to do it because we're patient about this, and this was one of the three ways that we worked it. See if we can get three or not. Doesn't matter how long it takes. What do we got? Two? We got two. We need to try to get this third one in here. Not always so easy to do. And the bank jumped in there and tied it that time. Okay, so we got three again. So now we need a banker win to make the trigger complete. And there it is. So I do want to try to get the thing back to where we were. So I'm going to have to jump this bet up some now because I made the mistake bet before. So let's just go ahead and bet 1,000 here of simulated money because this is instruction anyway. I'll still do the four units of 50, and we degraded it down to there. Had it won, but then had to take a card. Good. Okay, so now we're going to have to fight through those three again. The triggers haven't worked good for us tonight, and even I made the wrong bet one time, but that's the way it goes. As I say, it's instructive purposes only. Now we need one more. And we have three again. Oh, shoot, we got way past me. All right, so anyway, we can still do this because it's been three in addition to where it was. We got no bet. We need a banker win. Didn't get it. The player's streaking on us. I love it. Long player run here. I might play this out just so we can see how this thing goes because it's pretty interesting. The streaks when we don't have any money out there are always interesting to watch. Okay, so there you are. You can take a look at this just for the fun of it. There you are. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like 10, right? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, had a streak of 10. And now we have a one banker. So let's go up to $1,200. We'll go up 4 units of 50. And now we'll go up 4 more units of 50. Okay, so winning that gets back to money pretty good. But I don't know. I wasn't even watching to see. Let's continue here. So what we'll do now is we'll do a no bet. See if we get one more time that we can play this. And all the time watching for, is there a 3-card 7 banker that comes up or not? That's an 8 for the bank. I've gone back and forth on this King's Banker, whether we go one, whether we go two, whether we go three, and it kind of depends on how you're looking at it. The three is struggling right now, that's for sure, but we've also got our money back. But the the two works, the one works, the three works. Well, the three just requires more patience, but you're in it just to get the money after all. That's all you're here for. So let's see if we have, how many do we have here of the player this time? I'd like to make, okay, we got three. So let's get one banker win, and we'll see, can we get out of this mess tonight? There's the one banker win. So let's just go ahead and do it for $1,000. How about that? I think we won. We won at 1,400, so that would be 1150. Would be down 3 units. Okay, let me look at what Green Shark said. Okay, Green Shark, I'm not going to do that, but I'm not ever going to stop you from doing whatever wins for you. Please, please, you do what wins for you, and I will always support that. I'm not going to jump back and forth between the player and the bank. But tonight I should have. let's look at this actuarially, what we've got here tonight, because I enjoy doing this. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 18, 21, 20, and there's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 players. So now we have a huge um, change there between the player and the banker. So let's play the banker for about 10 bets. Just for fun, let's play the banker for about 10 bets, and let's just see what can happen here. See if the banker can get some wins or not. Got one there. So if I used $100 units here, I would go down to 300 on the banker, and this would be the second hand we would play. Go up. Well, I should have went up more than that, but that's okay. I went up 200. So 1, 2 out of 3, and so let's go down to 300. Banker has won 2 out of 3 hands here. Banker has won 3 out of 4 hands here. So we'll just bet $200 this time. 3 out of 4 hands have gone to the banker. Now 4 out of 5. I think that's what my point is. This game will even out as it goes. Before the end of this shoe, these bankers and players are probably going to be a lot closer than you think, and I always like that about the game. You could I wouldn't play that big money backing off of that, but I do believe that once you got to this point, you were going to catch some banker wins, and sure enough, you did. Even here, of a 5 to 3, it's going to be even more the more spreads out. So let me see what is up. So oh yeah, okay. Love you, Green Shark. That's right. It did work out. What we do here is we figure out try to find ways that you can win every night. But you guys are pretty savvy about how you're playing. You can win most nights any way you want to do it because you guys have learned how to do this. Of all the games in the casino, Baccarat is the game to play. A lot of you guys play on instinct alone. I get that. I've seen that. King John plays that way a lot of times. Chuck Ritter plays it straight by the book, but then he will deviate when he sees something like we just saw because he also knows that over time it's going to come back that way. I still hate that dragon. You don't hate it if you hit it, Frank. It's 40 to 1. But yeah, you can count the cards down. As I'm saying, if you can get the eights and nines out early, those are the two cards that hurt your dragon the most. The dragon does hit a whole lot of times when those cards are out. As I'm speaking of that, take a look at what's right there. There is your 3-card dragon. That's 40 to 1. That's 7 total with the banker. If you're playing a low roller table and you bet the banker, you get a push. But if you are playing any table and you have bet that that dragon 7, You just hit it 40 to 1, whatever you had bet on it. So anyway, opt up there so we can actually see what it is. These numbers here don't work if you have 8s and 9s in the deck, because any 8 and 9 in there will change that around for you. And so the fewer 8s and 9s in the deck, and actually the fewer face cards as well, will help the 7 hit more often. But it can hit anytime because it's a random game at the end of the time. That is a barbecue. Thanks, Chuck. All right, guys, hit a like on the way out. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, and we'll come back with another version of the King's Banker way of playing that we can make money all the time at this great game of Baccarat. God bless you all. We've got the Rangers on the baseball bet this weekend, if anybody's interested in that. So ask me about it, I'll tell you. Joseph Gurecki, good night, my friend. I love you all.